Oke. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Innalhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa na'udzu billahi min sururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlilhu fala hadiyalah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'du. Okay, before going to our presentation, let's thank to Allah who has given us a mercy and blessing until we can meet together in this in this room meeting by safety and healthy. Salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness as we feel today. Well, I'm here as moderator from 6th group, which will explain how the presentation procedure, which I will divide into two sessions. The first session is presentation, and the last session is conclusion. Okay, let's open our presentation today by starting Al-Basmalah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay, for an explanation, the first will be by the sister Rasi Ayun Andini Jati. The time for her.
Okay, thanks. Here I will explain a little about the growth and spread of Islamic science. The beginning of Islamic knowledge is rooted in the Quran and the Prophet tradition. Muslims come in contact with various civilizations as a result of the spread of Islam in the 7th century, and inherited a form of knowledge from philosophy to natural science called Islamic science. The knowledge comes from Persia, Greece, India, and even China. Jadi, awal pengetahuan Islam itu berakar dari Al-Quran dan tradisi Nabi. Kaum Muslim itu mulai bersentuhan atau berhubungan dengan Islam pada abad ke-7 Masehi. Dengan begitu, mereka itu mewarisi atau menurunkan pengetahuan dari filsafat ke ilmu pengetahuan yang disebut dengan ilmu Islam. Pengetahuan itu berasal dari Yunani, Persia, India, bahkan Cina. Next.
Okay, for the next explanation will be by the sister Arif Waisiatul Wafa. The time for her.
The transmission or dissemination of religious knowledge. In the 5th or 11th century, the disciplines that accompanied the rise difference of mazhab in Quran studied and habit, law, theology, philosophy, science, and linguistic and Arabic literature. And so madrasah or seminaries, college, institution of Islamic education emerging as an institute of Islamic learning. Penyebaran pengetahuan agama pada abad ke-5 atau ke-11, ilmu yang menyertai munculnya mazhab-mazhab yang berbeda dalam kajian Al-Quran, hadis, hukum, geologi, filosofi, sains, dan linguistik dan sastra Arab. Sehingga madrasah itu, atau dalam kurung seminar, perguruan tinggi, dan lembaga pendidikan Islam itu muncul sebagai lembaga pembelajaran agama Islam. Next.
Okay, for the next explanation will be by the brother Mustaqim Akbar Aditya. The time for him.
Queries are the spread of Islamic knowledge throughout the country. The scholar say the transmission of science as their duty as the vessel of time moved further and further each generation from the time of the prophet. The greater the chance of losing truth. Para ulama melihat transmisi ilmu pengetahuan sebagai tugas mereka seiring dengan berjalannya waktu. Semakin jauh setiap generasi dari zaman Nabi, semakin besar kemungkinan kehilangan kebenaran. Next. At the end of the 16th century, madrasa network spread across the Muslim world. The growth and development of the madrasa system continued and reached its greatest period during the Ottoman Empire, where madrasa is systematically institutionalized and reward maintained with exceptional skill and efficiency, and clearly governed the hierarchy and almost become caste in Ottoman societies. Pada akhir abad ke-16, jaringan madrasah tersebar di seluruh dunia muslim. Pertumbuhan dan perkembangan sistem madrasah berlanjut dan mencapai periode terbesarnya selama Kekaisaran Ottoman, di mana madrasah dilembagakan secara sistematis, diberkahi, dipelihara dengan keterampilan dan efisiensi yang luar biasa. Dan ulama mengatur hierarki dan hampir menjadi kasta dalam masyarakat Ottoman. Next.
Okay. For the last explanation will be by the brother Rizky Nurdin Pratama. The time for him.
From the 3rd or 9th century, the disciples followed the path of the clergy to journey to the knowledge of the Lord. On his journey, the disciples swore allegiance, receiving special marvels and being taught special protector when they finished their training. Sejak abad ketiga atau ke-9, para murid mengikuti jalan kepemimpinan agama untuk perjalanan menuju pengetahuan tentang Tuhan. Dalam perjalanannya, para murid bersumpah setia menerima keajaiban khusus dan diajari pelindung khusus ketika mereka menyelesaikan pelatihan mereka. Next.
Okay.
From the 7th or 3rd century, Sufi group established a special order where the high tolerance and flexibility of the Sufi had helped them build bridges between Islam and other religious traditions. Sejak abad ke-7 atau ke-3, Sufi membentuk tatanan khusus di mana toleransi yang tinggi dan fleksibilitas. Sufi telah membantu mereka membangun jembatan antara Islam dan tradisi agama lainnya. Thanks.
Okay, so the presentation over. So now we're into the conclusion. Thus, early Islamic knowledge was rooted in the Quran and tradition of the Prophet. In the 5th century or 11th, madrasa emerged as an institution, the learning of Islam and clerks as the messenger Islamic saints to the rest of the century. Over time, networks of madrasas spread around the Muslim world and reached their greatest period during the Ottoman Empire, where madrasa was instituted systematic secret of the 7th century Sufi group established a special order and has helped them build bridges between Islam and other religion tradition. Kesimpulan, dengan demikian pengetahuan Islam berakar dalam Al-Quran dan tradisi Nabi. Pada abad ke-5, bahkan madrasah muncul sebagai institusi pembelajaran Islam dan ulama sebagai utusan ilmu Islam ke seluruh negeri. Seiring waktu, jaringan madrasah menyebar di sekitar kaum muslimin dunia dan mencapai periode terbesar mereka selama Kekaisaran Ottoman, di mana madrasah ditetapkan sebagai sistematis dari berbagai kelompok sufi. Abad ke-7 membentuk tatanan khusus dan membantu mereka membangun jembatan antara Islam dan tradisi agama lainnya.